Yo guys, what is good? Zakaragi back at it again for a performance review for the Skechers SKX Resagrip. So I got both high top and low top pair here because they're more or less perform the same. And also a big shout out to Skechers for sending over the low top pair right here. Really do appreciate it, but regardless, I'm still gonna give my full and honest opinion because that's just what I do over here. So let's get straight into this review, guys. And starting with traction, what we have here is that Goodyear Resagrip technology on the outsoles. And once you hear Goodyear, I'm sure a lot of you would assume that this is gonna be a fully rubberized outsole, but that's not the case here. What we have is a fully foam outsole, similar to that of the Curry brand or Li Ning Jimmy Butler shoes. So the reason that these brands go with the foam outsoles to help in reducing weight while still maintaining a good level of traction. And these shoes are very light. I will say that doesn't matter if you're playing in the high top pair or the low top pair, just a very light option. Now, as far as how this traction performed, it was good, not great, and it still could have some improvements. So my two main issues I had with these, firstly, was the durability of them. They just weren't the greatest things, and I didn't even play with these outdoors. They didn't hold up very well. Like as you can see on my high top pair here, there's parts that are worn out more so than other parts, and that happened much sooner than expected, and it really affected the overall performance because these shoes just weren't biting the same as compared to when they're brand new. And my second complaint would have to be the performance on dustier courts. So it's very typical for a foam outsole to struggle a bit more with dustier courts compared to rubber outsoles. And these guys just didn't hold up as well as compared to like the Curry brand or Li Ning Jimmy Butler shoes. I found myself wiping the shoes a lot just to maintain a good level of grip. So when it comes to the cleaner courts, no issues at all. They're great, you're good to go. So when it comes to outdoors, I wouldn't really recommend these at all just because they don't have the best durability like I mentioned before. So I don't think these are gonna be a good option for you long-term outdoors. Now when it comes to the cushioning setup, what we have here is a combo of Skechers Hyperburst and Hyperburst Pro foam compounds. And as far as how it performed on court, right off the bat I can say that this is more of a guard-oriented shoe and that these guys definitely need some break-in time for it to feel better on court, mainly in this heel area right here. So at first I felt like it was a little bit more stiff and clunky, but once broken in felt much softer and better. So what you're gonna get from these is a low to the ground feeling, especially in that forefoot area right here, with great court feel and responsiveness and just enough impact protection. That's at least how I felt about these as a guard myself, and overall I found them to be comfortable enough, but honestly not the best thing out there, especially for the price that you pay for these, because a lot of shoes that do feature the same price as these have better cushioning setups, at least from the ones that I've tried. But these definitely do get the job done. But if you are someone that needs more cushioning from their shoes and want to try something from the Skechers basketball line, I would highly recommend you guys try out the Skechers SKX Float because that shoe is very comfortable, especially compared to these. Moving along, the materials perform great. They don't need any break-in time whatsoever. They're lightweight but still supportive, and I will say that the materials on this low top pair do feel better than the materials on the high top pair, mainly when it comes to the collar area, because when you get to the collar area on the high top pair, it's very flimsy feeling and just doesn't feel as supportive compared to the low top pair right here, where it's much more reinforced and more padded and sculpted in this heel and collar area, making it much better feeling on foot. Also, I didn't experience any durability issues at all when it came to the materials, so I was pretty happy about that because in my initial first impression video, I did note that the materials felt kind of cheap in hand and didn't feel like they had the best quality, so seeing that they're able to hold up through all of the wear and tear that I put them through was a really good sign. Okay, so getting more into the lockdown and support of the shoes, and they're my favorite feature because the lockdown was amazing. These things do a great job of securing your foot into place, and you actually do have another eyelet as well to really reinforce the laces and pushing your foot back into this heel counter back here. And speaking about the heel counter, we do have an external and internal heel counter, and it does feel very sturdy and got the job done. And not to mention, we do have this huge TPU shank plate right there in the middle and provided great torsional support. I really didn't have any problems when it came to the lockdown and support. I was able to just go out there and do my thing and not have to worry about that aspect of the shoe. And when it comes to the sizing and fit of the shoes, they do fit like a snug one-to-one fit, and you will need to go true to size if you are a narrow-footed or regular width-footed person. But if you are a wide footer, honestly, I feel like the materials are forgiving enough for you to be able to go with your true size. But obviously, try them on in store first if you ever get the chance to, because you might find these to be a little bit too snug. But overall, guys, the Skechers SKX Resagrip is a solid performer, definitely slightly above average, but not the best thing on the market right now. I wouldn't recommend paying full price for these, so definitely get these on discount because it'd be much more worth it to buy it at the discounted price, in my opinion. But comment down below and let me know what you think about these shoes. Have you played in them? Share your experience in the comments down below if you have. But we're at that point in the video now. It's time for hashtag Zacharagi. It's rocking. So for today, I got one of the most versatile basketball shoes on the market right now, because you can take these on court and off court. So these are the Nike Book 1s. I've been loving them so far. Performance review will be out for them very soon. So that is it for today, guys. I appreciate all of you for watching. I'm signing out. Peace.